Hello, good morning students. Today we are back with political science lesson. We have done the history lesson. Now we are going to do a political science chapter 1 and the name of the lesson is power sharing. Okay, in your textbook it is page number 2 and 3. Okay, now in this chapter of power sharing we are starting with two stories from Belgium and Sri Lanka. Okay, so these stories yield some general conclusions about the need for power sharing in democracy. Now, what do you mean by sharing? Sharing means we are giving the powers. Okay, we are giving something, that is called as sharing. So any country which has powers, it is sharing its powers with whom is what we are going to learn in this chapter. Okay, and why the power sharing is essential, why the power is shared among the states or among the different regions of the country is what is the lesson all about. Okay, now in the next slide we are uh, going to learn about Belgium and Sri Lanka. Now this Belgium is a very small country in Europe, smaller in area than the state of Haryana of our country. Okay, that small it is. Now it has borders with France, Netherlands, Germany and Luxembourg. It has a population of a little over 1 crore, about half of the population of Haryana. Okay, so what we have seen just now is the Belgium, the neighboring countries of Belgium. Okay, that is the size of Belgium and what are the neighboring states or neighboring countries of Belgium. Now, Belgium is having ethnic composition. Okay, the ethnic composition of this small country is very complex. Now what do you mean by ethnic? It is a social division based on shared culture. It is called as ethnic culture. Okay, in the pic you can see there are different type of people, different dresses that they are wearing. Okay, and different types of cultures they follow, traditions they follow, but they mingle together. That means they live in the same community. As in India we find the same type of ethnic culture, ethnic tradition. All the people, whether even though they belong to different uh, religions, they speak different languages, they wear different dresses, or their eating habits are different, but still we try to, and they celebrate different types of festivals. All these, they stay in one locality or they stay in one place. Okay, but they try to follow and adopt what is very good in other cultures or other religions as well. Okay, and they stay put together and enjoy living together. Okay, so that is called as ethnic composition. Okay, now we will see what is the ethnic composition of Belgium. Okay, Belgium's ethnic composition, um, uh, that is the total population, is like this. Okay, 59% speak what Dutch language in the Flemish region. Okay, 29% live in the Flemish region and they speak Dutch language, and 40% of the people live in Wallonica region and they speak French, and the 1% they speak German. Okay, now in the pic that is there you can see uh, Wallonia region. Then the Wallonia region is a white color one, and the black color which is shaded in black, that region is called as a Flemish region. Okay, and in this Flemish region who will reside? The Dutch will reside. Okay, the language Dutch language, those people reside in Flemish region, and the 40% who speak French, they live in the Wallonia region. Clear? Now, there are only 1% who are speaking German language. Okay, so this is called as what? This is called as the ethnic composition of Belgium, in the whole of Belgium. Now you see a small dot there which is shaded in white and black, right? Stripes are there, a small place. Okay, it is named as Brussels. Now this Brussels is nothing but the capital of Belgium. Now we are going to learn about what is important about the capital of Brussels. Here 80% of the people speak French and 20% speak Dutch. Okay, so that is a speciality of Brussels. What is Brussels? Brussels is the capital of Belgium. Alright, now next what we are going to see is the majorities and the minorities in Belgium. If you notice here, the minority French speaking community was relatively rich and powerful, and this was resented by the Dutch speaking community who got the benefit of economic development and education much later. Okay, now what happened because of this? This led to tension between the Dutch speaking and the French speaking communities during 1950s and 1960s. Now we are going to learn about Sri Lanka. Alright, now Sri Lanka is an island nation very close to our country, just 2 kilometers far away from our country, Tamil Nadu. This Sri Lanka has a diverse population. Okay, as we have seen the ethnic composition of Belgium, now we are going to see the ethnic composition of Sri Lanka. Okay, now here 74% speak Sinhala language. Sinhala is the language that is spoken by the Sinhalese. Okay, the people who speak Sinhala language, they are called as Sinhalese. Okay, and 18% speak Tamil. All right, and among that 18%, there are 13% they are Tamilians. 13% Tamilians are called as Sri Lankan Tamilians. Why they are called Sri Lankan Tamilians? Because they are born and brought up in Sri Lanka only. Okay, so they are called as Sri Lankan Tamilians. Alright, the rest of the 5% that are there among that 18%, they are called as Indian Tamilians. Why? Because Indian Tamil people had gone to Sri Lanka as indentured laborers. Okay, so these 5% of the Indian people who had resided and made Sri Lanka their home, who this indentured laborers who had gone to Sri Lanka, they made Sri Lanka their home country. Okay, so from generations they are there in Sri Lanka, but their natives were in India and they had gone to Sri Lanka, and so those people were called as the Indian Tamilians. How much percentage they were? They were just 5%. Okay, so altogether the Tamilians were how many percent? 18%. From 18%, 13% were called as the Sri Lankan Tamilians and 5% were called as the Indian Tamilians. Clear? Now, 7% were Christians, and in that Christianity they were both Tamil speakers as well as Sinhala speakers. Alright, so this is the ethnic composition of Sri Lanka. Now what we are going to do is the comparison of both the countries. Okay, in Belgium the Dutch community would take advantage of its numeric majority and force its will on the French and the German speaking population. Okay, but this would lead to what? This would lead to conflicts among the communities. That's why, and this would lead to a very messy partition of the country as well. So in Belgium there was not that the Belgium country had a very what should I say, very peaceful and a very nice constitution. And yeah, constitution was very nice, but the thing was they did have conflicts. As I told you, the French people, they were very very rich and were highly educated than the Dutch people. So they did have conflicts. They did had problems in sharing the power. Okay, but you will come to know in the later of the lesson that how they managed to accommodate all the ethnic groups in Belgium. Okay, then the next slide is telling you about the Sri Lankans. In Sri Lanka, what happened? Majority of them were Sinhala community. Okay, how much I told you? 74% of the people were Sinhalese. Okay, they enjoyed a major majority, and what did they do? They imposed their will on the entire country. Okay, this will lead to what? You imagine what it will lead to. Okay, when you are denied your rights, what it will lead to, you imagine. Okay, but later on I will tell you in the later session about what had happened in Sri Lanka. But right now I am just telling you that what is majority. Majority of them were Sinhalese, that is 74%. So who were the minorities? The minorities were the 18% Tamilians. So if the majority, that is Sinhalese, if they are imposing their will on the minority Tamilians, what would be the fate of the Tamilians? So that I will leave you for your imagination. Later on I will explain to you what happened in Sri Lanka. Okay. Now this is the worksheet number 1 about power sharing. I have not given you the activity. Activity will be given at the end of the chapter. Okay. This the worksheet, you can write it in your classwork. Okay. So this is the first unit. In that, page number 2 and 3, I have given you a small introduction. This is just the introduction of the lesson power sharing. Okay, so bye for now, children.